Hello once again guys, and welcome back to Marijuana Stocks, where we talk about everything related to the marijuana industry and investing in marijuana stocks. Now in this video we're going to be answering a common question people ask, which is it actually legal to buy marijuana stocks if you are from the United States? So your question is very logical, and is somebody going to show up at your door and arrest you if they find out that you have some marijuana stocks? The answer is absolutely not, and I want to explain to you guys why this is. So first of all, let's go ahead and talk about the policy on marijuana in the United States, and we are looking at the United States Drug Enforcement Administration website. And currently, marijuana is still considered to be a Schedule 1 drug, meaning it is illegal on a federal level. So as you can see here, it says that Schedule 1 drugs, substances, or chemicals are defined as drugs with no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. So a few examples of Schedule 1 drugs are heroin, LSD, marijuana or cannabis, ecstasy, methaqualone, and peyote. I don't know what those last two are. I have absolutely no idea. I'm not somebody who researches much on drugs. But anyways, the main point I want to get at here is that marijuana or cannabis is still a Schedule 1 drug on a federal level, meaning there are no currently accepted medical uses for it. However, currently in the United States, individual states are able to make their own decisions on whether or not they want to legalize either recreational or medical marijuana use. But as a result, there are no publicly traded U.S. companies due to the fact that medical marijuana is still illegal on a federal level. So even though there are companies in the United States growing marijuana for medical or recreational use, they are not able to go public or be listed on a public exchange because they are still operating a business that is illegal on a federal level. So as a result, your only way to invest in direct exposure cannabis investments is to go through over-the-counter markets, or now you can actually invest in Cronos Group, which is a Canadian weed stock through the NASDAQ. It is the first direct play investment or pure play marijuana investment available on a major U.S. exchange. So basically, your only option is to invest in these stocks through the over-the-counter markets and buy Canadian weed stocks on the Toronto Stock Exchange or the Toronto Venture Exchange, and the way you're going to do this as a U.S. investor is through the over-the-counter markets. Now, as we talked about in one of my other videos as far as what marijuana stocks are available to buy in the United States, you can buy a number of different biopharmaceutical companies that are researching a cannabis-based drug, or they may have a cannabis-based drug on the market. But the reason why it is completely legal to have a medical marijuana business in Canada and have a publicly trading stock is thanks to the Access to Cannabis for Medical Purposes Regulations, or ACMPR. So as you can see here, only producers who are authorized to produce and sell to the public may sell or provide dried marijuana, fresh marijuana, cannabis oil, or starting materials to eligible persons, and you have to have a medical marijuana license in order to purchase. So this map here shows the number of licenses issued by Providence. As you can see, there are a number of them in British Columbia and Ontario primarily, but you have to have a license in order to produce medical marijuana in Canada. And I'm going to link this right up in the description here, both the DEA website and this link from the Canadian website if you guys want to see in more detail the list of authorized licensed producers. But any of the major companies that trade on those Canadian exchanges are going to be listed here. As you can see, we have companies like Aphria on here, Aurora Cannabis. They all have licenses to sell medical marijuana products in Canada. So as a result, this is a completely legal business for them that they are operating. So because these companies are operating a completely legal business, you can invest in these companies without worrying about going to jail after buying a marijuana stock. But do understand that because it is still illegal on a federal level here in the United States, you are not going to find any publicly traded companies that are producing cannabis for recreational or medical purposes. Your only option as far as U.S. companies go is to invest in companies with indirect exposure to the industry, or invest in biopharmaceutical companies that are either researching, developing, or producing a cannabis-based drug. But you don't have to worry at all if you're investing in these Canadian weed stocks. It is completely legal to do so. Anyways, guys, that is all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and drop a like on this video, and I will see you in the next one.